Welcome friends, family, and fellow wise guys. Axel here with my review of Mafia Old Country. This franchise has been the dawn of Mafia games for years. Should this new game in the series be welcomed into the family, or should we send it to swim with the fishes? Let's find out.
Wait, shit, that's not the game. So to start off, I want to say I love the Mafia games. I've beaten all of them, and when they announced the new game, I was pumped, even though the setting is like way before the traditional Mafia experiences you get from like movies and other games. They wanted to do something different with this one, and hell, why not? Old Country takes place in Italy in the early 1900s, like 40 or 50 years before the other three games. You play as a guy named Enzo who, through circumstance, ends up working for a man named Don Teresi. He starts off doing small jobs for the family that gradually turn more illegal and violent later on. I feel like Don Teresi's descent to madness in the game is just as good as Enzo's redemption story.
What are you doing here, Damiano? Answer me.
Don Torisi, this is Caruso.
I asked you a question.
The game's story revolves around Enzo trying to find who he wants to be as he becomes this hitman for hire for the Don. It's a story about forbidden love and the rise and fall of an empire, and is easily the best part of the game. There's a couple great characters and set pieces I really enjoyed, and the game has a satisfying ending. Now for the gameplay, when I started playing this game, I noticed that right away the animations when you move feel off. I couldn't really put my finger on why, but it took some getting used to. As far as the combat, you can use stealth or go in guns blazing. You can take cover and blind fire if you want to. I will say this game does focus way more on stealth missions compared to the other games. Also, there's several jobs you're sent on alone, which really doesn't make a lot of sense. In the other Mafia games, I did feel that there were more missions where you would be with someone to get the job done. But for some reason in this game, they see a problem that needs to be solved, and the Don is just like, hey, send Enzo alone, he can handle it. The combat can be tough if you don't use cover and utilize searching bodies. The enemies are decent shots, and you won't get many medikits in the area, but you can find them on bodies. The gameplay for this game feels less like Mafia 2 or 3 and more like the remake of Mafia 1. The gunfights just feel stiff, and the enemies just take turns popping their heads out, kind of like whack-a-mole. I know the devs said they wanted to stray away from that GTA style open world gameplay feel, but there has to be a better way. I don't think the combat is bad necessarily, just serviceable. You're limited on weapons, there's no real upgrading them, switching between them feels clunky, the enemies just take turns popping their heads out of cover. Just overall it feels like you're going backwards compared to Mafia 2 or 3. Also, I keep getting irritated because I bought 2 guns I wanted to use and equip them only to start a mission and they remove them to give me the default guns back. This happened in quite a few missions. I think the issue was Mafia 2 and 3 felt more like GTA as far as gameplay, and Old Country plays like the remake of Mafia 1 did. Another downside is the game is open world, sort of. It's really very linear, but there's breaks between a couple missions where you can go explore. The issue is there's literally nothing to do. It's a big open map that feels like there's no life in it at all. You can't talk to people aside from the shopkeepers, there's no side missions either. The only thing you can do on the map is collect stuff like newspapers and statues. It's like, why even give you a map at all? Just make it chapters that you select instead. Also, there's no fast travel, but when you're driving to your next mission, you can select to skip the drive and go straight there.
Back for more.
You can upgrade a little bit with these beads you unlock through missions. The upgrades are things like getting more money when you loot to increase melee damage and accuracy. Mainly just attribute buffs, really. You can also buy new cars, horses, and weapons, but it's very limited, and the cars and horses you don't use very much. Most missions you're driving whatever the mission requires you to use.
Minchia. Spadaros.
Hey, Caruso. What is the delivery boy now, huh? You're really coming up in the world. Even got yourself a little putana.
Testa di minchia!
Il Merlo misses you. I think I'll give him a little piece.
This game did add a new knife fighting mechanic that was okay. It just feels like the movement and animations and combat feels very stiff. You never unlock any new moves or anything for the knife fight, so the first time you do it feels exactly like the last time you do it. The worst part is there are a lot of moments in the game where you have to do these, and they got old very quickly.
You'll wish you died at the mine when I'm through. Hey, Caruso, it ends here for you.
So should you play Mafia Old Country? If you want a great story that isn't very long to complete, then yeah, go ahead. As a fan of the Mafia franchise, I will say this new game is a bit of a letdown. I'm hoping that the next entry will resemble more of Mafia 2 and 3. The devs want to get away from what they did in Mafia 3, but they should be looking into making the game feel better to play as far as combat. Honestly, I enjoyed the Mafia 1 remake more than this game, and that game had the exact same combat system. I think the issue for me is that it didn't get any better since that game. There are plenty of great linear story-driven games that have great shooting mechanics. They just need to refine it more if this is what they really want to go with. I don't regret playing through this game because I do love this franchise and the story was very good and enjoyable, but I do wish I would have waited for a sale. As always, thank you guys for sticking through my review, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.
Both of them. My most dutiful soldier. The new world is upon us, Enzo. And I'll need men like you by my side.